Let's take one example for finding out the central angle in the arc measurement. As we have discussed earlier, arc measurement is same as the central angle. They talked about arc SQ. SQ. PR is nothing but diameter, right? If PR is diameter and angle POQ is forming a 90 degree, that means this angle will also be 90. If this is 90, then SQ, that means they are talking about this big thing, SQ, because they haven't included R, that means they are talking about minor arc SQ. SQ will be 35 degree plus this 90 degree. 90 degree, which is nothing but 125 degree. Check. Second, RPQ. RPQ. Because I cannot jump to P and then come back to Q. So RPQ, they are talking about this major arc because it is more than 180. At diameter, if you fold the circle into half, this will be one part, this will be another part. One semicircle is of 180 degree each. So RPQ is nothing but arc RSP plus arc PQ. What is total RSP? What is half semicircle? 180. And PQ is 90. Plus 90. If you add them, 270 degree. Here you go. PRS. PRS. Again, because three points are used, they are talking about major arc. So major arc PRS, how it is being formed? PR, which is nothing but 180 degree. And what is RS? 35. If you add them, you will get 215 degree. Let's try a few more. In this one, they are asking you, what is the red arc? Are these red arcs congruent? Yes or no? In question number 1, as I told you, the semicircle. If this part is 180, this part is also 180. So if this part is also 180, two part of the central angle. The total central angle is 180 degree. This central angle is 70 and this is 40. If this is 70, this is 40, what this should be? 180 minus 70 minus 40. It will give you 70 degree. So are these two arc lengths equal? Yes, they are equal because the central angles are congruent. Because the central angles are congruent. Question number 2. Are these arc lengths, arc LP and arc MN, they are congruent? Yes or no? They are not congruent because this angle, these two circles, they are similar. Circles, they are not congruent. Question number 3. In question number 3, we have to compare these two. The whole diameter is 16. That means radius is 8. Radius is 8. Good. Central angle, same? Yes, central angle, same. So these two arcs are equal. In this case, if you consider the radius is this for the small circle, for the big circle, this is the radius. So the radius doesn't match. If the radius doesn't match, irrespective of the same central angle, the arc will not be congruent. For the arcs to be congruent, they should have the same radius and the same central angle. Let's try this one. Central angle is 180 because this is 180. This has to be 180. 180, 180. But are the radius same? The diameter is 10, so radius is 5. This diameter is 12, so radius has to be 6. Because the radius are not same, even though the central angles are equal, they are not congruent. They have different radius. Let's try these. Another question. In this case, this central angle is given as 42 degrees. So arc RQ is nothing but 42 degrees. Yes, they are talking about RS. Now again, consider this thing. QS is the diameter. Because it is diameter, the sum total of this total, this has to be 180. If it has to be 180 and one part is given to you as 42, what should be the remaining? That will be 180 minus 42, which will give you 138 degree. RS is 138 degree. Now, the sum total of a circle is 360 degree. I know this is 42. This you got 138 degree, right? Now let's try QRS. QRS. What is QRS? QRS 42 and 138 and plus 8 is nothing but a semicircle. So it will be 180 degree. QR is RS. QST. Arc QS. Till QS, it is forming a semicircle. And then T. And since they are using 3 points, that means this is major arc. So major arc QST. What it should be? Major arc QST will be QRS plus ST, which is nothing but 222 degree. Right? Now, QT. For QT, I need to have QS minus ST. QS, the total is 180 degree and ST is what? 42 degree. So, the total of QT is nothing but 138 degree. Let's understand this question. What they are asking for. You have a circle with center P. They are asking for what is the arc measure of the minor arc. They are talking about minor arc, BC. They haven't put A as the point. So just BC. But in BC, BA and AC is included. So because in the total arc BC, though it is a minor arc, BA and AC is included. Let's add them together. If I add them together, I will get 11y minus 1 degree. Now, one thing to understand, the sum total of a circle is 360 degree. If I add BC and 20y minus 11, that should be equal to 360 degree. Let's take that. So arc BC plus this angle, 20y minus 11 degree, should be equal to 360. If I plug BC, the value of BC is nothing but 11y minus 1 degree. Why? Because we added these two. So I plugged the arc BC as 11y minus 1. When I plugged it in the equation, I got this equation. Now understand this thing. 11y and 20y, they are like terms. Minus y and minus 11, they are like terms. So let's write them together. If I write them together, it will be 11y plus 20y minus 1 minus 11, which is equal to 360 degree. Combine them. When you combine them, 11y plus 20y will give you 31y, and minus 1y minus 11 will give you minus 12. Then I added 12 both the sides to isolate my variable, because I need to isolate my variable to get the value of y. When I isolated, to isolate the variable, I added 12 both the sides. I got 31y is equal to 372. Now I need to get rid of 31. How? Divide 31 both sides. When you divide 31 both sides, you will get y is equal to 12. Now y is equal to 12. Are we done with this question? No, we need to plug it back. Let's plug it back in this equation, because they are asking you what is the measurement of the arc BC. So my equation is 11y minus 1 degree, right? Plug y is equal to 12. We got the value of y as 12, right? So let's plug it. If I plug it back, what will happen? 11 times 12 minus 1. 11 times 12 will give you 132 and minus 1. 132 minus 1 is nothing but 131. So I can say measurement of arc, minor arc BC is nothing but 131 degree. And as you can see, it is a minor arc because it is less than 180 degree. Okay, in this question they are asking you, is ST is tangent to circle P? This is a symbol of circle. As we know, it can be tangent only if it is making a 90 degree with the radius. In this case, the radius is PT, which is nothing but 24. To prove that it is forming a 90 degree, we have to use Pythagorean. If the Pythagorean theorem holds true in this case, then we can say yes, ST is tangent to circle P. As we know in Pythagorean, the longest side is always hypotenuse. So I can say 51 is hypotenuse, leg 1 and leg 2. Let's apply this in Pythagorean theorem. So ST can be tangent to circle P if it satisfies Pythagorean theorem. When I plugged everything back, I got these values. C squared is 2601, which is not equal to 2512. Because they are not equal, you can say ST is not tangent to circle P. Now let's consider another question. In this one, they are saying point P is a point of tangency. It is a point of tangency. So they are not asking you whether it's tangent or not. They are saying that it is tangent. It is tangent, so it is making a 90 degree. Okay. They are asking you find radius. How to find radius? For these type of questions, you need to understand this property that you might have learned in Algebra 1. It says a plus b whole squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. How we can use it? Okay, the same drill. Let's use Pythagorean theorem. So c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. What is c in this case? C is this hypotenuse. This portion in blue is 24 and this part of hypotenuse is r. So 24 plus r squared. Now leg squared. One of the leg is 36, another leg is r. 36 squared plus r squared. If you apply a plus b whole squared, which is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, it will give you 24 squared plus 48r, because 2 times 4 times r plus r squared is equal to 36r squared plus r squared. If you simplify it further, it will give you 576 plus 48r plus r squared is equal to 1296 plus r squared. I subtracted r squared both sides to simplify it further, and to isolate my variable. I got 576 plus 48R is equal to 1296. In order to isolate my variable, I need to get rid of 576. How? Subtract 576 both sides. I did that and I got 48R is equal to 720. Now I need to get rid of 48. Divide 48 both sides. If you divide 48 both sides, you will get R is nothing but 50. So radius is 50. Now, last question. In this last question, what they are saying these two, they are tangent. JK is tangent at K and JH is tangent at H. Find the value of X. Okay. So we have a property of tangent which says if from the external point there are two tangents which are reaching to the same circle, right? From external point, these two tangents, they are touching the same circle. Then these two tangents, they are equal to each other. If they are equal to each other, can we plug them equal to each other? Yes. Let's try. So 7x minus 23 is equal to 61. I need to isolate x to get the value of x. To isolate x, let's add 23 both sides. If you add 23 both sides, I don't need it because minus 23 plus 23 would make a zero pair. So 7x will equal to, if you add them, it will be 84. Now divide 7 both sides. If you divide 84 with 7, you should get x is equal to 12. Let's check our answer. We know this is 61, so this has to be 61. Let's plug it back here. So 7 times 12 minus 23. 7 times 12 is what? It is 84. 84 minus 23, which is nothing but 61.